we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Welcome back to Danny J's Customs. Now, in the last video, we brought up the red Camaro V6, all blown up, and how we said at the end that we tracked down an LT1. Well, here it is. This one's got the T-tops, LT1 Z28 package, and the only issue with it is it's got a blown rear differential. So tune in today. We're gonna hopefully get that fixed and get this car going down the highway.
Hell yeah.
This is my 2001 Camaro convertible, the V6 model. It was the first Camaro I ever had. This is why I fell in love with these cars, you know? I mean, it was a car that appealed to me. You know, it was an enjoyment for me. You know, I spent most of my after college in it for a couple months. I mean, it was hard to separate me in this car. It was a very nice car. It only had 97,000 original miles on it, but you know, I lent it to my girlfriend one morning, and there it went. So, you know, some things have to change. But if it wasn't for this thing getting wrecked, then you know, I would have never had the V8 car that I just bought. So I guess I'm grateful to it for assisting me in moving up in the world.
So, we got our parts car, drug around from back. This is the one we were gonna take the engine out of for that one originally, but since we got the LT1 car, we're just gonna rob the rear axle out of this turd. So, let's get on that. Alright, so last video you kind of seen what we were doing here, basic premise. I got the drive shaft out. Something weird I did notice is that car was a 3.4?
Yep.
3.4, 3.8, LT1. For some reason, the 3.4 is the only car that's got that stupid bearing in the center of the drive shaft. For some reason, both the 3.8 and the LT1 have a full solid drive shaft. But enough ranting. So what we got here, we got this brace off, which is kind of where we left off in the last video working on the other car. We got whatever this thing is, I forget the name.
Track bar.
Track bar, we got that off. We're working on these bars next.
Or no, that would be the panhard bar, I think. Whatever. I'm a nerd.
Something bar. And we gotta get these ones off. Started getting that one loose. We gotta go in here, break this one loose.
Yep.
And then
Take shocks out, lower it.
take shocks out, then we gotta deal with the grenades. So
These would be the grenades we are mentioning.
all that, we gotta figure out how the emergency brake comes off too. But once we do all that, we're gonna clean this up, wire welder, paint it up before slapping it in the LT1 car. So we'll come back when we get this out.
What you doing there, Dan?
I'm working, making cargo low.
Sure you are, buddy.
Well, we got the grenades out. Luckily, I didn't need to use this.
Good on you, champ.
Safety first, remember. Or safety third, depends on what you want to do.
Depends on what gear you're in.
That too.
All right, yeah. But we got the brake lines disconnected, emergency brake, you know, springs are out, sway bars disconnected. Was there anything else that we did? I think that's it. Oh, yep, drive shaft's out too.
And brace. All we got left is the shock.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, I'll give you a count. How's that?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, going up. Good?
Yep. Alright, we got the old axle out of the other car. We got the LT1 car pulled in. And we got the wheels off. So, I guess reverse. Or I guess not reverse, but do everything we did this to get this out.
And then
again,
undo it.
And then reverse.
Yeah,
And then we'll have a car that goes vroom vroom.
we will.
So, come on.
One of the things I really like about this car when I bought it is, as you can see right here, it has 3-inch exhaust and MagnaFlow tips on the end, all the way from the catalytic converter on back. So actually, it's about right here that the aftermarket exhaust starts. Runs all the way down there and right to back. It's one of my favorite parts about it because it really does give it a mean sound. Something that you guys will definitely see. Another good thing is, it's a Z28 car. So, right about now is where things get a little complicated. This is a Danny J's Customs video. I am, of course, cameraman, because I don't seem to have a name on this channel, just cameraman. This is my car, of course. So this is where I'm going to take over the video. I'm going to show you the procedure that I do for removing these seats, putting a new set of seats in. I do also replace the visors while I'm in this car, and I'll show you why in just a moment. Let me bring them over to you. So these were the original visors, and as you can tell, seen better days, for sure, out of this group. You know, there's just, you know, a lot of cutting and a lot of fabric-y nonsense that's just, you know, it's old. Old stuff is old. So, I had a very good set of visors from the red car that I decided were going to go in it, which is what I do. I also take the seats that were transplanted into this car by me before. As you can see, they are no longer in the car, but they were a matching set with this back seat here. They were from the convertible parts car. Great condition seats. They memorized how I sit, so I was like, you know, I probably should take them with me. Now, the reason I didn't take the back seat is because on this car, the back seat is actually way more immaculate than I thought it would be. Reach back and just... Ooh. As you can see here, great condition. So what I think I'm going to do is I plan on getting these seats redone in black leather, the ebony black leather these cars came with. So I think I'm going to get these and that redone at the same time, and then it'll be a matching set. And I can just keep the ones in the back of that car for, I don't know, a rainy day. If anything ever happens to these, or if I need some extra cash out of the car, I can sell them. So yeah, that's a little run through what I'm about to do. I'll keep you posted. So, for removing the seats on a 4th Gen Camaro, non-power seats specifically, you'll need the same tools for doing the power seats, but this is a guide for, obviously, non-power seats, because that's what I have in here, and that's what I have in here. What you are going to need is a 13mm wrench, preferably ratchet, and a socket wrench, also 13mm. Now, there are 2 bolts at the front and 2 bolts at the back. The ones at the front, very easy to get to as long as you can slide the seat all the way back. The ones at the back, however, that's what you're going to want this wrench for, because there's a little bit more limited clearance. You know, you can't always get this in some places. So, yeah, I'll show you.
A few minutes later.
Hi guys, I took a little break of getting the old seat out of the LT1 car, and I wanted to take a little time to address one of the things that I always questioned when I was putting together a car, or when I was really wanting to well maintenance a car, is... Give me a second. What are the good times to clean? Specifically the interior. Now, what I've learned over owning the project cars that I have is one of the best times to clean is when and if and when, you have to remove the seats from your car. Why do I say this? Well, it's common knowledge that when you have your seats out, you can see a lot of the carpet underneath, right? See a lot of the carpet, take debris out that's slid back under the seat. You know, it's just all in all, it's a good time to really get in there with a vacuum, get in there with a brush, get in there with maybe some shampoo if that's your type of thing, and just go ham. Just clean it up, you know. I'll show you in just a second what I mean, but let me enjoy my sandwich. Now, when it comes to cleaning your car, this is what I mean. Look how much seat
look how much space this seat takes up in here. You know, it's big, reclines back, just not very good for cleaning. But when you take a look at all the space the removed seat grants you here, you know, you can really get some good cleaning done. I mean, I did a light vacuuming in here. I'm going to spray some lubricant on these and on the bolts just so that next time I have to take these seats out, it's not going to fight me so hard. But yeah, just basic reminder to really make the most of the opportunities that you're granting yourself when you own a classic car like this. Another thing I'd really like to show you guys as for what's in store for bodywork, if you'd follow me here, is we do have a black OEM front panel, which as you can see has way less cracking and chipping in the paint as this one does. You can kind of see the little speckles, and obviously it's missing that Chevy bow tie logo on the bottom. As well as that, we also have a replacement front fender, although this one is slightly damaged as well. Right down there, there's a little chip in the fender. However, it is definitely much better than the big ol' gash, the cut right there, you know? I mean, that's just... yikes. That's gotta go. This has to be redone. So yeah, we do have some body work in store for you guys. Of course, we want to deliver double, triple, quadruple the content that we got to last time when it came to the engine swap video. So
Now we got the interior done and the rear axle swapped on. Let's get to fixing this big old gash right there. Okay. No idea how this got here, but as you can see, it is absolutely horrid. And it gets even worse because even up here where the door is, it's all destroyed. I mean, is this... Apparently, somebody had a little too much something and did not like their car very much. So I think we're gonna go ahead and replace the nose cone, replace the fender, and luckily we got paint matched ones, so should never be able to tell if she was ever damaged. Alright, we got the old fender off. This car's been wrecked before. It's aftermarket fender and aftermarket nose cone. It's all kinked up and bent up right here. This fender, as you can see up here in the corner, we have air duct tape with Bondo creating this corner for the mirror. You can see where they sanded down the layers to the bare plastic, primer, Bondo, filler, whatever. Yeah,
put that on a t-shirt.
This is getting junked.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I'm so tired and I feel like I'm gonna throw up everywhere. So we're probably not gonna film a whole lot of this.
I think I undid all the bolts. We're about to find out. There's that side. Oh, I missed one up here. Boom.
Booyah.
Ah.
Looks silly.
Alright. It's almost 2 in the morning. We should have started this project at what, like 9:30 at night? But it's done. We got rid of the shitty aftermarket, whatever.
Schmaz.
Yeah, we put a factory one on. This car was in a severe front end accident, we found out, so that's kind of neat. You know. So this would be its 3rd front clip. Poor car. Poor me. I'm tired. But
You know what time it is? Bedtime.
It's bedtime.
So remember to like and subscribe and all that stuff.
Whatever, that's, yeah.
Get a good night's sleep, because we're damn sure we didn't. All right, peace out.